Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to my channel. WYRD is the new black. My name is Kat, and this is a pick a card reading that has been a bit delayed getting up. I've had some technical difficulties, but I've also really had to prioritize other things in my life. The year of COVID has not been kind to most of us, so we are straggling towards the finish line. We're nearly there, people. We are nearly there. So sending out lots of love to people who've also found it somewhat challenging this year. So this pick a card is about how your person is feeling and what's going on in their realm at the moment is probably going to come up in this reading. So it may be directed towards you, their feelings. It may be that they're having to prioritize other things. So just do bear that in mind. It's more open-ended, this question. It's more of a general question. So as ever, we have the stacks to choose from. We have the lapis lazuli earrings, a key fob here, a tea strainer there, and the enamel brooch at the end. So please do take a moment to resonate towards your particular stack, and I will see you as ever on the other side. Hello, stack one. This is for you that chose these gorgeous lapis and silver earrings here. Lovely. Righty. So what does your person, how are they feeling at the moment? How are they feeling? Spirit, please. How is this person feeling? About their world, about you. How are they feeling? Elephant spirit, learn from the past. Well, there's a lot of nostalgia is my feeling. There's a lot of thinking over things that have happened and remembering things that were difficult as well here. I feel a weariness, actually. I feel that I'm seeing this elephant with its head down, feeling really beaten up. I feel like they've been through a rough time. I really feel like this person has been through obstacles, and they've had to keep pushing forward because whatever's gone down in the past here has really damaged and injured this person. And they are strong and they are capable and they've fought through, but I feel like battle scar energy coming through from this. But they have strong intuition is what I want to say about this person, like super capable intuition. And they are looking at the past with that intuitive energy lit up. I feel like this person is actually quite a lot misunderstood by people around them or just other people in life in general. I feel like they're pretty unusual is what I want to say. But there's serious intelligence with this individual. They may be quite bohemian. They may be very spiritual. I feel like it's taken a lot of effort to get to this point. And they're doing some serious reflection on what's gone down in the past. And they're trying to integrate those lessons because they don't want to repeat them. They don't want to go through these battles any longer. And I'm seeing this elephant quite alone, not surrounded by the other elephants, if you know what I mean. I'm seeing it on its Todd, and I feel like it's because this elephant is so colorful, is so different, is so unlike the others. So although it looks as though this person should fit into a group, into a collective, and maybe they are involved in a group or a collective experience, or a family even, they feel different. They feel battle wounded because the pathway that this person has taken, it has been a spiritual pathway. Even if they didn't intend it, it has been, taking that pathway means that we take on quite a lot. We take on ancestral karma, and I feel like that's part and parcel of this elephant actually, that there is some serious ancestral karma, and I'm getting family karma as well here. And this person is feeling sad and a bit worn out and a bit isolated and a bit misunderstood. That all of that is coming forward at the moment. Yeah, there could be tears here. This person could be really quite upset at this point in time. And a bit annoyed with themselves, maybe, that they're, yeah, maybe a little bit frustrated with themselves. They feel like they've been through lessons that they should have known better. So they're really overviewing what's gone down. And they're listening, though, to their intuition, which is really beneficial because it's elevating them. And it's healing them, is what I want to say. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. So this person is needing to be quite kind to themselves, or needing to be quite gentle with themselves at this point in time, because I feel, yeah, they're licking their wounds. That's what I'm feeling. And it's really knocked their confidence. It's really knocked their capability to believe in themselves, or to, I feel like they feel a bit directionless at the moment, but this is a very sensitive individual. This is a very observant individual. This is a very kind-hearted person. And they want to nurture, and they want to care, and they did. I think they cared for somebody in the past that hurt them, and they felt very emotionally vulnerable with this person, or this collective. It could be a group of people, or something that they've had to fight through. It could be something personal. It could be like a health situation. It could be anything like that. But I feel like they're having to be kind and gentle to themselves. Fox spirit at the bottom of the deck, think on your feet. So this person is having to sort of fly by the seat of their pants at the moment, is what I'm feeling. They're very intelligent and very observational individual. Very insightful. I'm getting strong empath energy from the deer spirit. This is a feminine energy with this person. They may not be a female, but I'm feeling a feminine energy, or they're in their feminine space. And there's a lot of emotional context going on here, because I'm feeling it with the eyes of this deer. I'm feeling that it's kind of glassy eyed or a bit emotional. And it's because it's looking at the past. They want to heal something from the past. They want to feel whole again. And they're using their intelligence, and they're using their observational skills. But this person is naturally, I feel, quite a fast moving energy. Quite like mentally adaptable is what I want to say. Like very sprightly when everything's going well, but I feel like they're weighted. It's feeling heavy at the moment. Nightingale spirit, love is all around. They're connecting with their heart chakra and trying to put out a different frequency into the world. I feel like they're trying to attract in the kind of the loving energy, and maybe that's you. If you're not in contact with this person, and this is a love reading, that you know, a partner or an estranged person, I feel like there's a very, very strong connection with music, and they may be listening to quite gentle music, or music that's making them feel connected to their emotional space, connected to their heart chakra. And I feel like that is coming across here. And it's about expressing themselves and expressing their vulnerability. And maybe in the past that has been something that has got them hurt that has hurt them, because I feel like they were very vulnerable in expressing themselves, or very nurturing or very caring, and they got hurt regardless. So I'm feeling that now they're trying to open up their heart space again and allow that to happen, that they can come forward. I'm seeing a key with a lock, unlocking this heart space and unlocking the fact that they want to express their love. And they want a tenderness, a tender expression of love. There's a desire for it to be very nurturing, very sweet, very open, very kind. Because they feel in a vulnerable place. That's how I feel. Maybe in the past they've been a bit belligerent, or they've been heavy-handed. Maybe for some, but not for all. So take what resonates, because I feel like they've dealt with a lot, this person. Right. Spider spirit, make your dreams real. So there is this desire, this dreamy energy around love. Maybe you're like a dream to this person. Maybe there's a lot of fantasy in this individual's space where they can't seem to bring that into reality. There's a lot of romantic energy up here is what I'm feeling. And it says cow spirit, miracles are endless at the bottom of the deck. I feel like they've got very caught up in their head. And they can't seem to remove themselves from this heart energy. And they tie themselves in knots with it a little bit. I feel like they can't get it right. They feel like they can't get it right. Or they want to express, but they're worried that it means that they will be vulnerable to attack, or vulnerable to being caught up again in a headspace that is extremely difficult for them to extrapolate from, because they think a lot about how they feel. They think a lot about this love that they have for you. And they want to make it a reality. But I don't feel like they really know how to do that. They don't know how to catch you. They don't know how to... Maybe they feel like they can't. Maybe they feel like you're tied up, or they're tied up in a different situation. But I feel like they want to work at this love. They want to work at the expression. Spiders work real hard to build that web. They might want to build a home or create some kind of unification. But this is something for themselves, for their livelihood as well. They want to love what they do, is what I'm hearing. And they want to lighten up. And we've got an elephant, a deer, nightingale, and spider. There's a gradual decrease in the size of these animals, and a lightness, like they want to become lighter. Because this heaviness, they're so tired of carrying around this heaviness. And there is a weariness to that. I feel like this person is struggling to focus mentally. They may, and as a result, they're not completing things. They're leaving things sort of untied or incomplete. And they're feeling a bit defensive. And it's about their heart. It's about guarding their heart. They're not really seeing their value in the world at this point. And it's a lot to do with how other people have treated them, and not a lot to do with who they are internally, because who they are internally is this beautiful, loving, wonderful, sweet-natured, compassionate energy. And they've had to build a tough skin, is what I'm feeling. This one wants to come out. The fox spirit again. Think on your feet. So they may have to be having to make like quick changes to things, to their world, or in their work situation, or in terms of their education, because they need to be able to come alive in their mind. This person is actually a very curious individual, a knowledge seeker, I would say. And they are learning, they have grown in wisdom. And they're appreciating, I think, that the people that they think should understand them, should connect with them, as in like-minded or interested in the same things, don't necessarily perceive them the way that they are. Because this person is a mixture, I feel, of spiritual and intellectual. They've got a lot of knowledge. They've got a lot of intuition. Groundhog spirit, time to let go. So yes, there is a healing going on here because they need to release something from the past, or someone that they need to. And it's very heartfelt energy. So I feel like they have walked away. I don't feel like this person is with anybody. If they are, they're not there emotionally, is what I'm feeling. And if they're with you, I feel like there's something from the past that is blocking this individual and that they need to release it, but they're holding on and trying to soothe, or trying to, I think that logically they feel that it's time to let go, but emotionally that's not so easy. There's an enormous amount of love here that belongs to something that they've may have put a lot of time into in the past, or maybe a group situation, like I say, maybe, several people, but they've got to let go, and it might have to do that quite quickly, letting go of something that they love, and just being very kind to themselves, because there's a fragility about this. There's a bruised energy around the heart. So yeah, there's a desire to release from a past situation or a past person or people. Eagle spirit has your back. So this is my sort of sovereign energy with the eagle. And I feel like this is a spiritual love. And it's really powerful. It's giving me goosebumps. Whoa, whoa. It's really powerful spiritual connection that this person knows that they have with you, I feel. And they feel, though, that they need to release either you or someone else because it's done too much damage or it's done too much harm. Or they feel misunderstood. But it could be another situation or another relationship. And Spirit is saying that actually this is the time to let go. This is the time to self-care, but in a very gentle way, in a very yin space. Stag spirit, take the lead. There's definite counterparts with the deer and the stag here. This is divine masculine, divine feminine is my vibe. I feel like, yeah, is either twin flame soulmate. There's kinship connectedness with this. But in order to make their dreams a reality, they have to take action. It's not going to come about by sitting around and feeling that they're not capable of doing it, or that they will just screw things up, or they've got to bring the fantasy into reality. And if you are this ideal that they look at, they've got to take the lead in their own life and become more confident with themselves. So I'm just going to draw a couple of Proverbs from my Proverbs Oracle deck. Oops. Oh, no, I'm not taking those ones. Didn't feel right. Hang on. Love yourself and you will have no rivals. It's a proverb from Estonia, and that's about learning from the past. I feel like whatever's happened in the past, whether it concerns you or another person, they gave their love away, is what I'm feeling. They gave their heart away, and they gave it away to the detriment of their own self-care. And so what they're learning is that they need to put that energy into themselves and trust spirit to help them work on moving forward and taking the lead in their life with confidence, getting into that yang energy. This person has been a lot in the receptive mode and now needs to step into the active. Want a thing long enough and you don't. So they could have been waiting or hoping or hanging on, and because so much time has passed, or this is you no longer want the things that you thought you wanted. This is like an Aladdin's lamp here in this card, and what I'm getting from this energy is that it was a wish that didn't happen. They were wishing for something that never eventuated. So I think that now they're turning their energy, because if you look at these characters in these cards, they're facing back, and then these cards are facing forward, so that they're actually experiencing a sea change where they're turning their energy and they no longer want what they wanted in the past. And again, it could be a relationship, but they're at the point where they're ready to release this. It takes two blows to make a battle at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there is conflict. Like I say, it feels like war wounds, or that a lot has gone down with this individual. If I keep a green bough in my heart, the singing bird will come. Look how closely related. That feels so in sync with the nightingale spirit, that the love is all around. So they are trying really hard to manifest by changing their energy into a positive space, trusting in spirit, rising into their own self-sovereignty, and then making room in their heart. In the hope of you, I feel like this person hopes that you will be open to them. But they're worried about being harmed. At the bottom of the deck, when two elephants tussle, it's the ground that suffers. Another elephant here. So it's about memory. It's about what's gone down in the past here. And there could have been conflict. And like I say, it doesn't have to be with you. It could be with a family. It could be with other people. But I feel like they don't want what they had. And maybe there is a rival. If you love yourself and you will have no rivals. I feel like maybe they felt in competition, or that they were second best, or Yeah. And now they don't want what they wanted. They don't want to be in that position anymore. They want to care for themselves, and they want to make room in their heart so that spirit can bring in what needs to be brought in. Look at all this air energy here. So that's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy coming through quite strong here. Doesn't have to be, obviously, but I feel like there's a lot of mental energy around this person. Necessity is the mother of invention. So this person could be struggling. They could be struggling with work, or struggling to make work happen, or struggling to take the lead in a practical sense, maybe because they're short of money or they're short of resource. And I feel like they're short of energy. So, but this almost feels like the Ace of Cups as well here. So I do feel that love yourself energy is really, really significant. And at the bottom of the deck, you cannot prevent the birds of sorrow flying over, but you can prevent them from nesting in your hair. So this person knows they can no longer dwell in the past here. They have to move on from thinking about what's gone down, or what's happened, or how injured they've been, or how misunderstood. And they are turning away from that. They're doing it now, and they're focusing on the practicalities, because they need to take actual action towards the physical things in their life that require attention. And this could be their home, it could be their money. I am getting strong work energy with that spider spirit. So making something a reality and being creative about it. And this is going to put them in a much better energy. And so how they're feeling right now is that they're trying to move away from wanting to have their cup filled by other energies and fill it themselves. It could be towards you. It could be that you are the person that they feel that they need to let go of, but you must take what resonates. It could be something else. It could be a situation, or just a mindset of feeling victimized or upset or too sensitive, but they're trying to let go, and they're trying to do it gently so that they can open up to more positivity, open up to positive energy, and open to receiving from the universe is what I'm feeling. And being creative about their situation, because maybe they're in a practical situation where they kind of have to. So the focus is moving towards this beautiful heart opening and this musical connection here. So with the singing and the music in this card as well, and the nightingale being famous for its voice. So I feel like there's an expression that they want to express who they are, who they really are, and how hard it has been to get themselves back on their feet. But they are going to be taking more positive steps, and they are going to be quite creative about that. So good things are going to come from this, because it's forcing them to look after themselves. I feel like that it's kind of spiritually sanctioned. So if this is your twin, you probably already feel this energy, and maybe you mirror some of it as well. But it could be a point where you need to release on each other in order to connect with the self-love. But it doesn't have to be. It could be that something else or somebody else needs to be released. Anyway, that's all I've got for you. Really hope that resonated. And if it did, please like, subscribe, share, comment. We love to hear from you. Bye. Hello, stack twos. This is for you that chose the key fob here. So how is your person feeling at the moment? How are they feeling? How are they feeling, please, Spirit? Oh, wolf spirit, to turn knowledge into wisdom. I feel like they're on the hunt. I really feel like they're on the hunt. And we've got coyote spirit at the bottom of the deck, trust in divine detours. Now this is my fuckery and bullshit card. So I really feel like this person might be after you. But it may be in a deceptive context. There may be something else going on with this person. I feel like they see you as somebody who can make them feel good, make them feel better, make them feel... and I feel like they've studied you. Yeah, make them feel in control is what I want to say. I feel like they've studied you. I feel like they have taken note of what you're doing. And they are learning from you by observation. But they want you is what I'm feeling. They want you. And there is a kind of a predatory energy about this. But be wary. Be wary with a coyote spirit. Always be wary of this person, because their motivations are dubious. They are trickster energy here for me. And that is a sort of lying, cheating kind of a card. It's Seven of Swords flavor for me. So I just be cautious of this person, because they may be pursuing or want to pursue you if you're in contact with them. But they are learning. They are learning. That I feel like they use information, or they learn about people or you, and they use it to their advantage. But that's beginning to change, I think. They're turning into wisdom. Yeah, transformation is beautiful with the butterfly spirit there. So they are working on this. They're working on... I think it's quite difficult for them to become wiser, because this feels like an ingrained habit that they are struggling through this transformation. And I think they're watching you transform as well. Freedom is yours at the bottom of the deck. I think that's you. I think that you are feeling free. I think that you are feeling that you don't owe this person anything, or that you can do what you want when you want. I think a lot of you are single is what I'm getting from that. And this person is watching you transform, and it's kind of making them want to transform, or they sense this transformation. And like I say, it's making them want to get to where you are, because I feel like you're out of reach to this individual, and much as they want you, you're out of reach. Stag spirit, take the lead. So spirit is asking this person to change and take the initiative in their own life. Snake spirit at the bottom of the deck, time to heal. I feel like this person could have caused you injury, or they have been caused injury. Or there's been a third party here, that's what I want to say, that has been really upsetting. Some kind of deception. Yeah, that it is being healed from. And I think that you're the one that's doing or has done the healing. And this person is being asked to step into a much more impressive version of themselves, a more honorable, respectable, in command version of themselves, and this strong masculine energy with the stag spirit is kind of like my Emperor card in this deck. So this could be your divine masculine, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like this person is stepping into their power and transforming and trying to transform that energy by becoming wiser. I feel like maybe this fuckery went on in the past is what I'm feeling. And I feel for you that you feel like it may be time to let go of this situation. But this person, if that's the case, you are triggering a transformation in this individual, and they're starting to take initiative in the right kind of masculine energy, in an emperor energy, rather than in a fuckery coyote energy, which is kind of like a distorted masculine. This is more of the pure masculine energy up here. And they are transforming, and they're in the process of transforming, and it may be because you've inspired this person to take the lead. Antelope spirit, life is speeding up. So yeah, they are moving forward at speed. This transformation is occurring rapidly with this person, and they are moving from this kind of hunter energy into just being. Being comfortable with just being is what I want to say. It may be that they're a bit of a Lothario. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like they're maturing is what I want to say. And in maturing, things are becoming more rapid in their world. They're speeding their own progress. They are, and they're kind of going to run away with it if they struggle through this transformation and they become wiser and they step into this like mature masculine energy. And even if they're female, this is about taking action, because and not playing behind the scenes, but stepping forward and being authentic. And then things would move quite quickly, I feel. So there is a rapidity around this transformation, even though it is feeling like a struggle for this person to mature. I do feel like there's a tendency for this person to be a runner, hit it and quit it kind of feeling. But they're taking the lead. And I feel like you are the runner. I feel like this person wants to pursue you. And in order to do so, they have to transform into a more impressive, more mature version of themselves. And then I feel that things will move quite quickly. It feels like there needs to be some kind of truth. And the stag spirit has that kind of, there's a seriousness about this card, which I really like, in terms of the fact that it is serious about its integrity, serious about self-respect and parameters, because that I'm seeing the Emperor again now, and the Emperor for me is always about, you know, security of clear-cut boundaries, clear-cut, this is acceptable, this is not acceptable. And therefore, a well-adjusted Emperor, you are safe in their space. And I feel like this person wants to feel like wants you to feel like you are safe with them, because of the changes that they're working on. They are gaining an enormous amount of wisdom, and spirit is assisting in this process. And it's because your transformation, because I feel you've taken the lead and things have moved at pace. And this person is capable of transforming at high speed if they set their mind to it. And I do feel that this person is future focused, is focused on that movement, on that change, so that they can get to where they want to get to quicker. And I feel that's because you are the person that they want to catch up with. You've got Dragonfly Spirit at the bottom of the deck. Truth transcends illusion. And I feel that it's taken some time for this to kind of trigger this kind of movement of learning. And I feel like they need to come clean. They need to tell the truth about something here. And you're seeing things differently, though. I think that you're like, meh, I'm out of here. A lot of you've kind of left this situation, or are in the process of just focusing on your own stuff, is what I want to say here. Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. They may feel that they've lost you, or that you've left, or that they've had to let go of you, and actually it's triggered this transformation of self-awareness and of the ability to take control in their own life, to step up to the plate, is what I'm hearing. I feel like the idea of losing you or releasing you has been an enormous struggle, or is an enormous struggle, but it is essentially good for this person. And if this is not you, then this is something else, someone else, another relationship that they are releasing, because they've realized that it's not wise to stay in it any longer, that they've learned all that they need to learn from this experience, and they're therefore moving on with much more of a centered energy, is what I want to say. I don't feel like this groundhog spirit is, if this is you, I feel like this is a struggle for them. If this is somebody else, I feel like it's actually predominantly out of the way. I think that they've released quite a lot of it. I feel like they think it was just pie in the sky almost, some kind of fantasy. That's what I'm seeing. And it's caused a lot of pain, I think, for this person, but they are at the point where they are like just releasing the last bits and pieces of this situation. Bobcat spirit, life is a mystery. So this person is watching you transform. They may be observing you on like social media or online or in some kind of a way, or I just feel that they're really intensely observing some kind of transformation, and they're releasing on some aspect of their former self. They're releasing what they thought they knew about their heart space. So they may have thought that they were in love with somebody, or maybe they thought they were in love with you. Again, please do take what resonates, but it could be somebody else, or it could be something else that they're releasing. But it was very much heart-centered. But now I feel like there's a maturation in this energy. There's a transformation. This person is moving up, is leveling up, and they're observing, but they're not articulating necessarily just how beautiful they perceive this transformation to be, or just, you know, what a struggle this transformation is for them. But there's real assistance from your energy, and I do feel that they are wary of change to a degree, and they may be clinging on to the past, but part of them wants to move forward and part of them is holding on to the past. But I feel like you are pulling this person's focus away from their past. You are making it easier for them to release whatever it is they need to release on, unless, of course, they are releasing on you. But I kind of feel that for most of you, this person is fully focused on you. There's like a very direct gaze here, and a very direct gaze from the stag spirit. The wolf is pretty intense, and it's looking at the bobcat. I feel like they could also be watching you being watched. Oh, that sounds crazy, but like maybe there's somebody's interested in you and this person is watching that space, or they know about it. I just feel like they haven't articulated how much has changed in this situation, how much that they've released on already. I feel like they've watched you overcome things. They've watched you struggle to transform and step into your power. Time to collaborate, take the lead. So they do want to connect with you. If they're not in contact, they do. They haven't articulated it, is my feeling for most of these people, but they want to kind of come in and with very strong active energy, active masculine energy, and say, right, and take control of this situation and lead it into a collaboration, into being able to work well together, and maybe even work together for some of you. And there's a real step up in this person's confidence because they're releasing on things that they needed to let go of. Maybe they've needed to let go of it for a while, but they have they are at a point where they're releasing on some kind of heartfelt energy or some kind of former love relationship. And they're learning observational skills. They're learning to embrace the mystery of life and to not be as scared about what they can't control or what they can't predict, the unknown. And dealing with the unknown, letting go of that fear, is leveling this person up, and they're stepping into their emperorship or empressship if it's a female, but I feel like it's emperor energy, male or female, where they're able to say, right, this is what I would like to occur, and this is how I've transformed, and I'm observing. They do want you. I feel like they do want you. It's quite predatory energy. And I feel like this, for a lot of you, could be your divine masculine. And I feel like this energy, it wants to step forward. It wants to work in partnership. And it may be in a platonic capacity. We've got the frog spirit at the bottom of the deck, clean out the clutter. So I feel like this person has dealt with toxicity, their own, potentially, or other people's, and they want to clear up that space. They want to release on it. Maybe they did things for material gain, hanging on to things here, like which is sucky little feet, hanging on to that pearl. And I feel like they want to hold on to you because they see you've got wisdom, or you are precious to this person. But there's toxic energy that has been held on to as well, or people for material gain, or people around them who want something from them. And it's like a clingy, needy dependency feeling with the frog spirit. And I feel like that is clearing up. They're releasing on that space in order to collaborate with you, and that's much more equal. But I would still be a little bit wary that this person isn't clinging out of what they can gain from this situation, or what they can gain, in terms of their instability. They are clearing up and clearing out because they are transforming, and they're releasing a sense of control energy. I feel like this person could be very domineering, very controlling, and if it doesn't go their way, they fuck off potentially. That could be the case, and that may be altering. That pattern may be altering, because that's not true sacred masculinity. That is like a corrupted form. So I feel like in the past, this person was pretty toxic, is my feeling, or was dealing in toxic arenas, or with toxic people, or clingy energy, whether it's theirs, whether it's somebody else's, like codependency, could be addiction as well here. And they're releasing on it, and it's transforming, and that's awesome. That's really awesome energy. It's come up again. Clean out the clutter. Right, antelope spirit and clean out the clutter. So I feel like you are picking up pace in your life in terms of possibly moving away from this, or just focusing on your own sense of forward progression. And I feel like this person knows that they need to clean up their act in order to keep up with you, is what I'm feeling, even on an energetic level, because regardless of whether you feel that you are spiritually connected to this individual or not, your own personal sense of growth belongs entirely to you. And if you resonate away from this person because your frequency is higher and there's this corrupted or whatever, then you will eventually get to a point where you don't resonate on the same frequency and it will be released. And I feel like this person is kind of holding on to as much as they can energetically to you, because they perceive you as something really special and they do want to collaborate, but they can't hold on to you and hold on to this addiction or negativity or dependency or other person. They need to release on that, because it's kind of, otherwise you are at the point, I feel, of resonating away or above or beyond this person's reach. Cat spirit at the bottom of the deck, claim your independence. And this is exactly where I feel you're at. And I feel that this person needs to really do the same thing, because they're going to get taken over by the toxicity that they won't release if they don't. And again, I'm feeling that that is to do with comfort and material things. And I think that, you know, if they don't release on this like 3D energy, or this could be a work collaboration as well that is toxic, a partnership in a work collaboration, then I think that you're kind of gone out of the way, out of the picture. Right, let's ask for some Proverbs on this. One must draw back in order to leap further. So they have had to pull their energy back. They have had to let go. So maybe they've had to release you. And this has transformed them into somebody who's having to learn to observe, having to learn to trust the mystery. And I feel like they need a run up. It does feel like they need a run up to connection if they're not in contact with you, or to make something more from this situation. They need to kind of draw back, gather their strength, and then sort of come forward, because this bobcat always feels like it wants to say something, but it's not articulating it. It's like silent. The tighter the string, the sooner it will break. Sorry. I feel like this person likes to be in control. This person does not like to step back. But I feel like this person has screwed up in the past. And the more that they hold on, the more that they're going to get to kind of, they're going to run straight into toxic or dependent situations. I do feel like they have that tendency, but they need to release, because I feel like their nerves are frayed as well here. They're worried. I feel like they're anxious about communicating. They're anxious about you transforming out of reach. They're anxious about their own transformation. They're worried that there's possibly no coming back from a situation where they've screwed up. So maybe they're now in a position of having to observe. But this is causing massive tension in this person. And I feel like their nerves are frayed, and that they may be a little bit volatile, or they may be just, a little bit narky, a little bit tricky for people to deal with. But they're learning to unwind, I think. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. And that, for me, says this person really needs to put in some work, put in some effort. They need to impress. They can't kind of coast it, is what I'm feeling. They have to step up. But they feel very strongly towards you. They so want to come towards you. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they have already made a move towards you, or they're going to do so. And they want to feel capable, they want to feel able, but they have to relinquish that sense of control or the need to control the outcome of the situation. But they do want to take a leap. And the frog spirit is a jumping spirit as well. They want to like rapidly jump into the situation. They want to move away from toxicity and jump into a new space. And they could be focused on work as well. They could be trying to take the lead in their work situation with the ant spirit. Focused on collaboration and really putting the effort in there. They really feel that they need to put the effort in, or they're feeling, you know, like they're going for it. But I don't feel like this person is particularly tired or anything. I just feel like they're very focused. It's a good thing, but they do tend to want what they want. That's my feeling. It takes 2 blows to make a battle. So yeah, there could be some conflict with this individual because this person likes it their way. But I also feel that they would fight off the opposition. They want to prevent anyone else from having you, is my feeling. At the bottom of the deck, you've got a hug a day, keeps the demons at bay. They want that. I feel they want this with you, but they're pretty highly strung, is what I'm going to say here. And they're quite combative. That's what I'm getting, like narky, bit difficult at the moment. And they're feeling conflicted about whether to chase, how to clear up the corruption, how to hold on to the preciousness, how to compete if they feel that there's a sense of competition. I'm going to pull another one on this. I'm being told to pull another one on this glove. The wolf changes his hair, but not his skin. Interesting. So there is transformation with the butterfly. But be careful, it's not just outward appearance, because there could be this strong competitive energy with this person. They're trying to compete maybe with you, which is weird, but yes. Even if it's a love situation, there may be a sense of competition or a sense of winning, crossing the finish line or something first, getting to the reward. But just be careful that this transformation is not skin deep, is what I'm hearing. This person is sort of essentially who they are, and I'm getting very strong masculine energy, like very strong as sort of alpha male energy here. But to be a real alpha, you've got to step into that stag spirit. They've really got to take governance. They've really got to take responsibility. They've really got to put the work in. You've got to see it. You've got to see it. It's very physical, this energy as well. A person could be a very physical person. But I do feel that things can kick off quite quickly with this individual, because if they don't release this toxicity, this element in their nature that clings on to control or feels like a sense of dependency or addiction or the desire to win, then it won't go their way. There could be some strong conflict, and they could feel that, and that's not enough of a change. It's not a deep enough change. I think it's more of that they're observing your transformation, and that they want to keep up or they want to compete. So yeah, I think that's all I've got for you. And if it resonated, please do like, subscribe, share, drop me a comment. It's so lovely to hear from you. And take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, Stack 3. This is for you that chose the tea strainer here. Little teapot. Very cute. Right. Let me move my wire out of the way. How is your person feeling? So how's your person feeling? Spirit, how's this person feeling? Whale spirit, trust in the great mystery. I'm getting big emotional content here. Big depth of feeling going on with this particular stack. I feel like they're releasing on having to know the answers to things, having to work things out on a mental level, and they're diving more into their emotional space, as in they're asking themselves how they feel about things rather than what they think about things. And I think that's very positive energy that I'm getting from this whale spirit. I feel like they are learning, being schooled. I'm hearing schooled in the mysteries by immersing themselves in their emotional content and not avoiding that space, putting themselves in deep with that space. And it's to do with how they interact. I feel it's to do with how they interact with you, with other people, with what they gain from what they get back emotionally from their relationships, not just on a logical level or a mental level, but what they get back emotionally. So I think that they're feeling strong depth of feeling towards you. Skunk spirit, know your worth. This card always suggests to me that this person feels unworthy. They don't feel good enough. They feel, a bit stinky. A bit like a repellent. We've got pig spirit, use your mind wisely at the bottom of the deck. So at the moment, I think that they feel like it's fantasy. It's a fantastical energy. In terms of being with you or, getting together with you, because they just don't feel like, I think some of them don't feel like you're interested, or some of them don't feel like they're good enough. And they feel very deeply about this space. And I feel like they feel a bit naive as well, or that they're dreaming about something that's unrealistic or is not going to happen, or it has no chance of success. I don't feel that's necessarily the truth at all. It depends on you. But I do feel like it's a self-worth issue that's going on with this person. And they feel really strongly about not being what you need on an emotional level, or not, or on any level, actually, is what I'm getting from this. Elephant spirit, learn from the past. I feel like they're kind of a little bit all over the place, is what I want to say. There's 3 very different frequencies that I'm with these 3 cards, and I feel like they go from this depth of energy where they feel this connectedness to you, and almost a calling out to you. And I feel like that's a 5D calling that covers a great distance, and it may be that distance is an issue here. It doesn't have to be, though. I just feel that there's this huge, big-hearted flavor, and then it's shrunk by their own lack of self-confidence and issues surrounding maybe their behavior in the past, feeling there's a lot of reflection and nostalgia with the elephant. But they're trusting, I feel that they're trusting their intuition on the past. They're looking at the past and thinking, I didn't value myself. I've got to be better at valuing myself, because I've got so much to share, is what I'm feeling, got so much emotional content. And maybe they didn't behave in accordance with that, or their own sense of self-worth impaired this process, or they feel that they've lost out. I think at the moment that they're struggling to feel good about themselves. And it's because they're sort of blocked by past energetics. They might actually be being blocked by someone from their past as well. There may have been a situation in the past that blocked your relationship, or blocked, or someone that got in the way of that. Because I feel, it almost feels like they were squashed by someone from the past, or squashed by an energy that impacted their self-worth. Railroaded, walked over, that sort of flavor. Injured, impacted. And it's hurt their confidence. It's hurt their ability to believe in themselves. And they're trying to learn from it. And it could have been because it could have been them that did this, and now they're thinking about it. They could have squashed your confidence, that kind of thing, or walked over you. And it feels like they've either they've been aggressive, or they've dealt with an aggressive energy. And this energy feels really belligerent, feels really stubborn, feels not stubborn so much as like demanding or pushy, or like railroaded. That's what I'm getting. And they're reflecting on the emotional content and how that was diminished. There's all this heart energy and this emotional flavor, and then it feels like a massive contraction. Like this love wasn't valued. And this could be with somebody else, doesn't have to be with you, but I get the feeling that they are thinking about, and it's very emotional, the space. They're thinking about how they've been sort of laid low, is what I'm feeling. I don't feel like this person is in a great space. And I feel like they feel blocked by the past, by energies that either have occurred in the past between the two of you, or by somebody in the past. Or their own behavior could be as well. And it feels very much like their moods shift. Like they go from this emotional energy, this big emotional space, to feeling really crap about themselves, to sitting and thinking and dwelling on things that have happened to them, almost like a sense of being victimized. And I do sense that this person is in sort of a recovery space at the moment. And they may be experiencing very strong shifts on an emotional level. Wombat spirit, be at home. So I think this person is spending time just in their own space, relaxing, trying to steady their energy, trying to feel protected or cozy, and thinking about the past. Thinking about what they've learned. And their confidence is growing from what it was, but it's still not very large. They've gone from a skunk to a wombat, is my feeling. It's larger, but not very much larger. It's not an elephant. And there's this block surrounding things that have gone down in the past that have really impacted their self-worth, or how their self-worth has impacted their own emotional space, or their own sense of emotional value. I think they struggle, or they have struggled is what I want to say. They have struggled to trust the spiritual space, to trust the great mystery, to release on that need to have everything categorized, have everything understood. They feel like they are not the same person that they were. I think they feel that they were much happier in the past. And maybe that was with you, or maybe that was just in general, but I just feel that it's been rough recently, and that they just want to kind of hole up, and I don't feel like they're being very social, or they're being very selective, because there's a need to feel safe, there's a need to feel in a protected space. And some of them may be recovering from not feeling very well. I feel like there's maybe some issue here around the sacral chakra, around nurturance, around what it is to be at home, what it is to feel at home, and they're coming to terms with that. I think they felt at home with you, but they lacked confidence, is what I want to say. Cow spirits, the miracles are endless. So there's a sense of lacking abundance here. And just feeling that it's been a very difficult emotional journey. I feel they feel blocked, or they feel like they've been blocked, maybe by another person. Sometimes the cow spirit can represent a third party for me, so do take what resonates, but I do feel like there's been somebody who's been quite greedy, or has been quite, and it could be a mother here, it could be a mother figure, or some kind of nurturance energy that has kind of got in the way, or their relationship with their mother's got in the way, or there's a lot of emotional content around this, whether it's a third party, or whether it's a maternal energy, or it's about feeling nurtured. And I don't feel that this person has given themselves the right kind of nurturance in the past. And at the moment, they're trying to trust that things are going to get better, things are going to get more expansive, and that they will receive the rewards of their labor, is what I'm hearing. So they're kind of waiting for the return, the energetic return. And they feel this very deeply, this connection with you, very deeply. But it's hard for them to stay optimistic at the moment, that's what I'm feeling. Because they feel that things have just not gone their way, or that they've had to deal with toxic situations, or toxic people, or things that have made them cry, is what I'm feeling, or feel very emotional. And that's blocked their abundance. These other people have blocked their abundance. I just feel that at this point, all that they want is some peace. All that they want is to feel, and I do feel like they may want to reconcile if you're not not on good terms, but I just feel that they want that to be easy and peaceful, and because they're growing their confidence, but they're still not altogether there. This person, I feel, may have been pushed around. It could have been when they were younger. It could have been but I just feel that they've got into a habit of making themselves lesser on behalf of other people, who've then taken advantage and actually injured them in the process by walking all over this person, diminishing them or trying to diminish them. And maybe this is the way that they behaved with you. Again, take what resonates, but I feel like this person has felt quite victimized. Brown bear, take time out. That's another energy that's coming up that's similar to the wombat spirit. This is very hermit vibe for me. I feel like this person wants to withdraw, to contract their energy, to go inward, to sit in their own space, just to take some time to recuperate, or to feel that they can manifest abundance again. I feel like they just want to, I don't know, read a good book, or that's what I'm seeing. Or immerse themselves in energy that is informative and unthreatening and distracting them from an issue or something in their past which that is constantly, they can't forget. I feel like somebody's injured this person, and I don't necessarily think that's you. I feel like there's an injury here because they've been railroaded. I feel like they've been railroaded by somebody else. And again, it's either a parent is what I want to say, or somebody in that capacity, or a third party that is very bolshy, very demanding, requiring of being, I don't know, always the most significant person, always the most important person. And maybe that's how you feel about this person, but there's somebody here, either them or someone they're connected with, that feels that they are priority, they're a primary person, they're the big one, somebody's energy dwarfs another person's energy here. That's what I'm feeling. And that could be you and with them in terms of how you feel that they've made you feel, and therefore this is like a karmic return. Or it could be that they're dealing with somebody that is doing this, that is towering over this person energetically and diminishing them, possibly by bringing up the past. It could be somebody that they live with, could be a spouse, could be a partner, could, like I say, it could be a family member. There's home up here, and I'm getting that nurture flavor. But I feel like this is a patterning from childhood, is what I want to say about that. That there's this patterning from their childhood where I don't think home was a comfortable space. I think home made them feel like crap, actually, or that they were insignificant, or that they were corrupted or wrong or unappealing or unattractive, or all of those things. But this person has deep emotional content, and I think that they see you as abundant, and there's strong energetic feeling about that. But they need to take some time for themselves here and just be in their own space and be thinking and just relax and work on their self-worth, work on feeling that they are valuable, that they can manifest good things, that they can manifest miracles. yeah, there's this kind of hibernation mode. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. So in the past, somebody's lied here. So it could be them, could be someone else, but I feel like somebody's lied. In rare cases, could be you that they feel has lied to them. But I feel like they were taken in, and that they were. There's a sense of self-persecution about being naive here, about being vulnerable, about about being, it feels about feeling raw, it feels raw, it feels like they had no defense mechanism, or that they were easy targets. That's how I'm feeling from this situation. Maybe I think they're feeling like that at the moment, but I do feel like that a lot of this is contemplating things that have already happened, and they're maybe taking a break or from this third energy, this third party energy, or this sense of overthinking about their upbringing, or or their family or their home situation. I feel like there's a sense of needing to kind of release on that thinking, or take time out from somebody else who's obstructive, who's destructive, and they're trying to get away from that and use and think carefully, because I think they've believed things that aren't necessarily true, and they've possibly put their worth in the hands of other people. But like I say, one energy is very domineering, and the other feels very like walked over. And again, that could be them and you. They could be this domineering energy, or vice versa, or it's somebody that they've dealt with or that they're dealing with. And I feel like they're trying really hard to make the things that they want to happen a reality by getting in touch with a better frequency of energy, getting in touch with a more confident energy. But there is some intimidation here. This person has been intimidated, or railroaded, or pushed to one side, or neglected. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. So there is a desire to be confident in their own space, confident in their own world, confident in their own home environment, confident and courageous and bold. And I feel like they do want to, offer love, make an offer, but I'm seeing this person almost needing to take a stand in their own environment, rather than not, I don't know your situation with them, but rather than move towards you or actively deal outside of this space. I feel like their confidence, their courage is coming from in to out, and it's going to impact the sense of home, a sense of environment, but they've got to be courageous about it. They've got to be forthright about it. I do feel like this person feels like your family almost, is what I'm feeling. They feel a sense of kinship, a sense of companionship here, and of territory, I feel. But I think that they could be dealing with somebody who is very strong-willed, very belligerent, very easily antagonized, and is antagonistic, and is, doesn't want to change, doesn't want to adapt, and wants your person to do all the adaptation. It's like throwing shit at your person. Like I say, there's this feeling of being an easy target. So let's just get some Proverbs cards on this. So I just don't think that this person's feeling great at the minute. I think there's a vulnerability around this. Leave a good name behind you in case you return. So maybe they're contemplating that, you know, that they've burned bridges in the past, or this is again a feeling of somebody else that they may be dealing with, and they may be trying to smooth things over or just not have things end on a bad note or be in a bad space. Maybe they regret some things here that have happened in the past. But that's not for all of them. I feel that they want to return to you, and maybe they feel that they've sullied their good name, or that you have, or you know, somebody here, it feels like a very unbalanced dynamic, because I'm picking up on two energies super strong. This is a very one gives and one takes kind of feeling, and the one in charge takes. The one with the resources is the taker here, because somebody doesn't feel that they have the same to offer, and that could be how they feel about you, or it could be how they feel about themselves. $1 in the bank is worth 2 in the hand, so they're trying to store, and they're trying to value themselves in terms of what they should get paid as well, what they deserve in a monetary sense, you know, how they get money, and how to be sensible about that, because maybe they're determining their worth on their material value. Or maybe they need assistance from somebody here, and they don't want to rock the boat just in case they need something, or they need a handout, or they need help, or I feel that that's what's going on, but it's diminishing their self-worth if they're doing that, if they're hedging their bets, instead of believing that they can be the one that makes strides, is courageous, can kind of strike out on their own, can own their own environment, own their own space. Pray to God, but continue to row to the shore. So they are trying to assist themselves, and they're trying to work with spirit as well, and they're trying to be sensible and keep themselves focused is what I'm feeling. Keep themselves focused, because I feel like they've got distance to travel, or that they know that it's a bit of a journey and things feel tired. It feels a bit beaten up, this boat. It feels a bit leaky. So I feel like they're trying to make it to the other side of something. Could be a financial issue, the other side of this issue, so that they're out the other side. And they need to learn from the past in terms of being foolish, maybe with their resources, or in neglecting themselves, for sure. So 2 came out. Love yourself, and you will have no rivals. A pig won't spare even the most beautiful fruit. So this feels like these 2 energies here. One of them is a bit of pig. One of them is is quite greedy, quite bossy, overriding. Ignorant is what I'm feeling. pigs aren't ignorant in general. I'm not saying that they're stupid. I'm just saying that they're ignorant, and there's a difference. There's a difference. You can have knowledge but no common sense or no respect, and it feels like they're dealing with somebody who, I'm hearing, don't cast your pearls before swine. So this person is learning that sharing or giving their emotional content or their heartfelt a sense of abundance away to people that don't deserve it diminishes diminishes their sense of self-esteem. And that love yourself and you will have no rivals. I feel like somebody has rivaled themselves with this person, or they feel like they're an option and that there are other people and that they'd rather stay out of it, but they need to focus on their own confidence. It could be that they're worried about how other people perceive them, or there's a sense of competition here with somebody. But unless they love themselves, they're going to get trampled on, is my feeling. And they are knowing that, they are learning that, they are thinking about that. I feel like they are really essentially a good person underneath this, but they haven't been treated as such, and therefore they may not have behaved as in that way. So they're working on their self-esteem by just being in their own space and being comfortable and being confident in the ownership of their own environment, their own sense of privacy as well here, or sense of comfort. And I feel that they're recognizing how badly they've allowed other people to treat them, and that is a breakthrough for this person. So give it time with this one. Anyway, I really hope that resonated, and if it does, please like, subscribe and share and drop me a comment. It's so nice to hear from you. Thanks guys, bye. Hello to those of you that chose the brooch here, welcome. Lovely little snowdrops on that brooch. Right, so how is your person feeling? How are they feeling at the moment? How are they feeling? Oops. So Spirit, can you tune me in? Right. Wombat Spirit, be at home. So I feel this person is actually in quite a comfortable space at the moment. I feel that they're just in a kind of nesting zone is what I want to say. And disinclined really to engage too much with the outside world. I mean, at the moment I'm reading this, although these readings are timeless, this is lockdown in the UK for most of us. So they could be forced to be at home. So do take what resonates. If that's not the case, I just feel that this person is just comfortable being in their own zone at the moment, trying to get nesting. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. So I feel like there's a lot of self-nurturance going on with this person at the moment, and sort of self-TLC, and just quite an easy energy actually is what I'm getting. They're quite cruisy, and it does feel a little bit like a hermit space that this person is in, but not in a major way. I don't feel an isolation or anything. I just feel that if they are alone, they're pretty comfortable. But I think that they're just maybe with family or close friends at the minute. And they feel quite easy about that. They feel like they just want to take things easy at the moment. Yeah, it does feel like a quite cruisy energy. Be Spirit, sweet results await. I feel they're sort of percolating on their working situation and trying to devise a way to move forward, because there may be some requirement of assistance at the minute. I don't feel this person is at their full energetic level. I feel like they're recouping or filling up. They're trying to maybe get better. Excuse my phone. I'm going to pause this and turn the ringer off. Okay, good. Sorry about that. Yeah, I feel like this person is just taking some time out, is what I'm feeling. And I feel like they are working towards what they want to do going forward from this place. So I think there's plans in motion. And I feel like some of them are learning new skills or changing direction, maybe. I feel like they've been a bit depleted energetically, and I do feel like they need to relax a little bit. And so the energy that I'm picking up here is quite self-focused, is what I want to say. Not in a bad way, though. I feel like you make them feel at home, and they see you as a very gentle, very beautiful energy. But it may be that you also are in some kind of timeout or recuperation space with this relationship, or just in general. But there feels like a lot of easy affection here. And I think that they feel positively about your relationship going forward. They might feel that they need to work on it, or maybe they don't quite have the energy. If you're not in contact with this person, I think they're gearing up into being in a better space. And they just need that energy at the moment. Hawk Spirit, let Spirit be your guide. So Spirit is, I feel Spirit is giving this person options about what they want to do going forward, maybe in terms of their income or in terms of what they put their effort into. Because Hawk Spirit is very flexible, very adaptable, very swift. And like I say, I feel they're gearing up, and they are getting there quite quickly, because this person knows when to take time out or when to retract their energy, is what I want to say. And maybe that's something that they've learned as well. Or maybe something's gone down in the past that they need to recover from, but they are almost fully recovered, is what I want to say, if that resonates with you. I feel like they're in this process. They're being kind to themselves. They're being very observant. They may be a little bit nervy or a little bit anxious about their employment or their income or work or something like that, what they're putting effort into, maybe wary about putting effort into their situation, into your relationship. But I think that that's more because they don't have the energetic at the moment, or they feel a little bit vulnerable or a little bit exposed, or so I feel like they're holed up at the minute, but they are moving towards what they want to do in a practical sense. And they are getting to a point of feeling very adaptable and feeling much stronger, is my feeling. Much stronger in themselves, much stronger in their capability. And let Spirit be your guide suggests that they are trying to work on following their spiritual space, following their spiritual calling, feeling adaptable, feeling that they can wheel around, and it's just that the bee spirit is less capable of that. I feel like they're sort of taking off, is what I want to say. And I don't mean that they're taking off from your relationship. I just feel that they need to focus on what they want to do productively, or maybe work's been hard, or it's taken a lot of energy. And if they're still like hard working at the moment, if they're not like on a break from that, because some of them I feel are, and they're gearing up for like the next stage. But I do feel like some of them have been or are still working hard. They are feeling depleted by what they're doing, which means that they don't really have much energetic to spare. So it could be quite a distractive energy. I feel like they can't really see clearly what's going on here. There might be some things hidden from view. What I mean to say is that I feel like maybe they're not expressing this. And if you're not in contact with this person, though, I do feel that there's a very strong 5D connection. And that is actually helping this person become more capable in themselves, become more confident. Spirit is helping them to be adaptable, to embrace changes, to move with those energies. It's like I'm seeing the thermals and, you know, the movement of the air that the hawk spirit can wheel around so capably, that I feel that this person has been in a space where they haven't felt fully able to do that, because they've had to be cautious, is what I'm feeling. And it could be something to do with their health. Like I say, their energy levels, they could have needed assistance in some way. But they are receiving assistance, and they are feeling positive about the future. They're trying to keep focus on the positive things up ahead. And they're gaining perspective, is what I'm feeling. This is quite an observant person anyway. Somebody who's quite receptive and who likes to be busy, who likes to be productive in the world. And so I'm feeling that they've had to retract their energy, and they currently are in that space, but they will be moving, and they are currently in the position of sort of trying to move that forward. And they are being assisted by spirit to do so. Some of them could be watching you. I'm hearing for some of them, this could be a seasonal thing. So like a seasonal defective disorder, or, you know, lack of vitamin D kind of energy, or maybe their work is seasonal, or maybe it's just a rough season for work or energy. And that is definitely the case in the UK. Here we're in the middle of winter, so that's definitely the case. Let me move the cards over. Right. All in all, it feels like quite an easy, fluid space. Panther spirit, reclaim your power. So yes, this being at home feeling, they need to reclaim power from something. And I think it's like their own energetic, their own energy levels. They may have given away their power. And so there's a retraction in order to recuperate and focus on themselves in a very positive sense. I feel like this person is very able to observe their own shadow space, because I always get shadow energy with this amazingly beautiful Panther spirit. Look at that. But it is a very dark card, and I feel that they may have had to contend with some dark energy, or this is energy within themselves that maybe you've had to contend with. But I feel that actually for most of them, this is very self-aware. Or it could be, you know, that they've possibly dealt with somebody who brought a lot of darkness or negativity. But in all, this person is aware that it's confronted them with the shadow self, and they are using that to fuel, which is awesome. Use that energy, claim it. I feel like my guide often says that when somebody triggers you, or you are triggered by anger or feelings that are uncomfortable, or depression or negativity or anything like that, that you should visualize balling up all that energy and claiming it, determining which element it belongs to. Say, for example, it's fire force energy, which for me is like, say, angry. The inversion of that is angry. He said, like, claim the ball of fire and kind of use it as a motivational force, because fire needs to express itself. And I feel like this person has been doing that, has been claiming their emotional content and using it to propel themselves forward, like, screw you, watch this kind of energy. And I feel like they've had to contend with somebody. And then we've got time for beginner's mind at the bottom of the deck with the porcupine spirit here. So I do feel that maybe they've been needled by something. I feel that maybe they've been really challenged, and they're putting that behind them. They're like, you know what, I need to move on because of this triggering, but they're using the triggering very well here. So I do feel like this person has like quite a high level of self-awareness when it comes to their emotional content, because this wombat is looking at the panther. They are being in their own space and, looking in the dark mirror, looking in the obsidian mirror and seeing their ugly and accepting it. And more than that, I feel like they're appreciating it, which suggests that this person is like a pretty high spiritual frequency in my book. Skunk spirit, know your worth. So this is definitely a self-confidence issue. So many of the same cards coming out with these readings. It's so interesting. But I do feel like they need to be nice to themselves, because in looking at the shadow, we challenge ourselves to feel good about who we are. And I feel like one of the shadow issues with this person is kind of a crippling self-doubt, is what I'm feeling to say. So they see and recognize energies in themselves that they may want to convert or change, but I feel that it also hits the confidence to deal with the shadow. It is quite difficult. It does bring up vulnerability, and they does feel like a vulnerability around their space currently, because they are building their self-worth. They are reclaiming their power. They're reclaiming their worth back. So again, very self-focused is what I want to say. I feel like maybe you've done this work and that this person is recognizing that, and it's triggering their work. It doesn't necessarily have to be the case. It very much depends on your relationship, whether you're in touch, whether they can see and observe you. I mean, it's very watchful, the panther, isn't it? But it's very capable of moving at speed, and I feel that they're moving through these energies very quickly by doing very little, which is very wise. They're using the time that they have, that's downtime, to reflect and recognizing that they are worthy of admiration, maybe, or worthy of just worthy of love, worthy of tenderness and kindness. So this person, I think, has been triggered in the past by you or someone else, or just in general their situation. And this worth could be to do with what they do for a living. But I think a lot of it's energetic. Elephant spirit at the bottom of the deck, learn from the past. So yeah, something's happened here in the past that they're learning from, and they are adapting beautifully. It's pretty admirable, to be completely honest. I mean, this is somebody who's willing to confront themselves and focus on those energies and convert them in a way that benefits. I feel like they're fully aware of where they're at and what they need to do to make themselves right with themselves. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. I really feel that, I feel like some of them are really looking forward to Thanksgiving or Christmas, depending on where you are in the world and when you're listening to this, that could be relevant. But I feel that they are feeling positive, and the reason why they're improving at speed is because they're giving to other people. They're giving generously, I feel. And even if it's small acts, or maybe they can't give as much as they would want to give, but there is some kind of maybe small gifting, or I feel that this is a huge assistance to helping this person strengthen themselves. And maybe that's been part of their shadow work, that they feel that they need to gift for free. Maybe their skill sets, or maybe go above and beyond in their working capacity. It could be financially gifting. And I think that they know that by putting their energy towards others and sharing and creating a sense of solidarity or community, they will increase and come out of this super, super fast. And how do they feel? Loving towards you, positive, like they want to give more, like they want to give a lot, actually. But they've just got to get over maybe not feeling good enough, or getting away from feeling that their worth is defined by the practical things that they can give, or the physical side of life, and recognizing that tenderness and kindness is so much more valuable than the material realm when it comes to their sense of inner peace, is what I want to say here. They could have struggled to deal with people, or even themselves in the past, who were miserly. And I don't necessarily, maybe they haven't been given to, or maybe they haven't been giving, or you've got to take what resonates. But I do feel that there's something about giving and receiving here that has needed to be rebalanced with this person. I feel that this person's been a lot in a receptive space, and they've taken on quite a lot of other people's darkness because of it. But that's triggered them knowing that their self-worth has to be worked on. There's a lot of the same themes going on at the moment in the collective. But this person is really owning it, is what I feel. And it feels pretty awesome, this energy. Wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. Again, I feel like they've been triggered. I think that there's hurt here, and it's over some kind of greediness, is what I feel. It's over some kind of miserly behavior, either from somebody else or maybe in their own space. But I think it feels more external for most of them. I feel like that what they're actually doing is getting really philosophical about life being tricky at times, being like, well, que sera is what I'm getting from this. Sometimes things hurt. Sometimes they're really hard to contend with or look at or get through or build yourself back up from. But that's okay, because I've got perspective. I'm gaining perspective. I'm adaptable. I'm movable. I'm strong. These things happen. That's the feeling that I'm getting from this pile. Very philosophical. Very, very capable spiritual energy going on here. Like, it's almost like, well, I have to deal with this, but it's nothing that I can't overcome. I've been through. This person has a sense of maturity that they've been through enough stuff that they can overcome this. I feel like somebody's been possibly really mean with their words. I feel like this person has, the stronger that this person gets, the more adaptable, the more capable. They've attracted energies or frequencies that want to puncture or attack or disable this person. Or you could feel like this about them. You can flip these readings, so you do, take what resonates. But for most of these people, there has been some kind of external needling, nagging, or just mean comments, mean words. Could be like messages that are mean, and it's been disabling. But this person is getting to a point where they're like, I'm a hawk, and these attacks are coming from wasps. Fuck that. I'm a hawk. Catch me if you can. Damage me if you can. If you sting me, so what? I'll get over it. That's the feeling that I'm getting from this person. Like strong confidence, which feels really rocking good. So Rhino Spirit at the bottom of the deck, overcome any obstacle. Yeah, so this person does feel like, I will push through. I will get to where I need to get. And like I say, like, they're speeding up. Rhinos take a while to get to full throttle, right? But once they're full throttle, they're a phenomenal force. I've put that on the wrong way. So I feel like this person is gearing up for, things coming into being that are better for them. And it could be on a practical level here, work, money, that kind of thing, or just health and well-being. Oops. Yeah, they kind of want to share. I feel like they want to talk about their pain. That card actually fell out, so I'm going to keep it. Many lose when they win. Others win when they lose. So this person is very, very is philosophical about the losses that they've experienced. So I feel like a huge healing or repair, or they're just beyond being affected in the same way by people that they feel are angry or bitter or self-involved. It could be that this person has a female energy nearby who is fairly nasty and generously nasty with their words, is what I want to say. Like, always has something to say, always has more to say that's hurtful. And it doesn't have to be the case that that's a feminine energy, but I am picking that up for most of them. And they're just becoming immune to it. There's an immunity. They see it like spiritual acupuncture. Oh, the wasp stings me there, it triggers me, that releases things, and I end up stronger. That's how they feel, this person, and it's great. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. That's a wonderful proverb from Japan, and I love that because it's like, yes, This person is capable of just picking themselves up, dusting himself off, going, I've dealt with worse, motherfucker, I'm moving on. So I feel like this person is feeling in an accomplished space, or they're getting to that point. They still need assistance at the moment, maybe from other people who could be around offering assistance, offering help, very generously speaking. But they feel like, and there could be something coming in that is an attack energy. I feel like this person knows that is en route if that's the case, or that there's somebody that they're dealing with that they know will resist or try and prevent them from getting to the heights that they want to reach. And so they could be, your person could be quite ambitious, but I'm feeling that it's more a spiritual height, actually. This person does have spiritual protection, I feel, from this negative energy. And I feel that this, toxicity, I want to say the toxicity that goes with, for me, with this sort of needling, this wasp spirit, is they are shielded from it. And this person resonates at a frequency whereby people with this kind of energy can't actually physically get close to them. Something will go wrong. Something will happen to prevent this energy from coming near. But it's just a self-belief, and it's just self-belief that I'm feeling for this person. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck, we've got do not change horses in the middle of the river. So I feel like this person is quite single-minded about how they're going to keep progressing. And I do feel quite strongly, if they're dealing with another person, that resonates, that this person is bitter. Bitter, angry, and greedy is what I would say. And they've managed to keep your person in a receptive mode, or in a giving mode, or in a receiving the shit mode, because of their intimidation factor. But your person is like, nah, getting to the point where they're tired, they need to put effort into themselves, and they have gone above and beyond, is what I'm feeling. This person goes above and beyond, or has gone above and beyond, and doesn't deserve this kind of energy. Or this is you, flip this, and maybe you don't deserve this kind of energy. Maybe this person is the bitter one. Again, you've got to take what resonates, but actually feels that mainly they're dealing with something external. Miracles come to those who believe in them. Beautiful. Yeah, so they're maintaining a very positive attitude. This person is a powerful manifester. They may not even realize how powerful they are. But if they single-mindedly decide that they want something, they will get it. Because there's a faith. Maybe they see you as the miracle. If they do, if there is someone else that they're dealing with who is this kind of negative energy, I feel like they will be releasing themselves from that, and they already are at high speed. And I feel like that was a block to your relationship, or yeah, they're purging is what I'm getting. If they don't open after 3 knocks, don't wait. So yeah, they're not gonna go above and beyond anymore, is my feeling. They're like, okay, if you don't want to know, or if you're not interested in what I have to say, or if you don't appreciate where I'm trying to head, I'm not going to hang around and waste my energy. And I feel like this wasp spirit here, which could be another person, like I say, if it is another person, I feel like this person is a persistent knock, 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 knock. It feels like continual needling, continual aggro. And so your person is kind of like, I'm not going to waste my energy. 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 I'm not interested in this. They are getting ready to just turn their back on this and go, you really, or they could be gearing up to confront this as well. For some of these people, they're gearing up to confront this energy because they have moved from like the bee, so like injuring another would injure themselves. If you're a bee, you don't sting, you lose your sting, you die. But they're going to become the hawk. So basically, they're going to be like, yeah, try it. What's at the bottom of the deck? You can only go halfway into the darkest forest before you start coming out the other side. I love that proverb. It's a beautiful proverb. China's got some epic proverbs, but I really feel that this person has been through the mill, but they've dealt with some really dark energy that's over interested in their space, overly concerned with what they're doing, maybe what they're working on, maybe what they're, and sucking them dry, knocking the stuffing out of this individual. And I just feel like this person is at this point where they're just like, you know what? I'm focusing on me. It's super healthy. Spirit is coming in immediately to accompany that energy. I feel like have some faith in this person if you're worried about this person being able to overcome or being able to get through or being able to come out of whatever situation that they've been through with flying colors, is what I want to say. You have nothing to worry about. This individual has got it down and they've got huge spiritual support, is what I'm feeling. They've just got to remove this toxic energy, and that could be within them. Like I say, this could be an aspect to them. So when I say the other person, maybe this is the other side of their personality, but actually I do feel like for most of them, they've dealt with, somebody trying to impair their growth, somebody trying to inhibit their self-belief or have them not believe in themselves. But this is a bloody minded, like, you know what? I'm just going to look after myself, be in my own space, nurture my self-worth, struggle on, keep generous. And before you know it, this person, although they are readying, although they may be attacked again, it won't have any impact. They're not going to open their door to that energy. I feel like they've tried. They have tried and they've gone above and beyond, and now they're done trying. So they're readying to be the one that receives, or they are starting to receive already. Anyway, I really hope that resonated. And if it did, please like, subscribe, share, chuck me a comment. So lovely to hear from you. And yeah, I'll read for you again soon. Always a pleasure.